Welcome back to the ESL One Mumbai 2019 Qualifiers. This is Game 2 of the best of 3 between the Pango and EPG. As we swing ourselves into action, the draft has begun. First pick is there, and Lacoste. Game 1, a bit of a disaster for EPG, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, buddy, it has to feel so bad for them. And I gotta give you credit for your timing, Gary. Always first pick and you're in. I don't know how you do it.
Magic. Absolute magic, isn't it?
Alright, they used the Ursa ban to first pick Lifestealer with Shadow Shaman. I like this opening a lot. Like, you have good lanes, your late game is secured, you have tower pressure, you have something to control heroes pre-BKB.
No Razor from EPG, instead opting for the PA. But yeah, Lifesteal is super good against the Elder Titan as well. Just being able to rage and dodge away from that Echo Stomp. You mentioned all the Shadow Shaman's abilities, exceptionally strong. But what's a good reason here to pick a PA over the Razor, for example?
10 seconds remaining.
I would prefer them to have a Razor, but I guess they want to use Phantom Assassin as the Pango used the previous one. Again, Shadow Shaman, just punish him. But it's gonna be tough. Like, Lifestealer relies on physical damage, on right clicks. But he also has a Radiant, so he does not care about Phantom Assassin too much.
Yeah.
Phantom Assassin is not gonna blink on Lifestealer ever when the fight is starting.
They even ban the Razor themselves. So they take that out of the pool completely. Don't let the Pango have it against the PA, I guess. That Slardar ban from the Pango, I like that, though. Corrosive Haze up against the Lifestealer with a PA.
5 seconds
A very
remaining.
potent combination. And with ET as well. Like Essence Aura. Natural Order. Oh, God. Natural Order with Corrosive Haze. That minus armor with the reset. Very, very powerful.
I had a discussion. Some of the Dota spells are really weird right now. Like, if you look at the Slardar abilities and what they were called before.
Yep.
Just straight bash. Now it's called Bash of the Deep. It became more poetic.
Guardian Sprint instead of Sprint. What's Crush? What? Slytherin Crush.
Yeah.
And Corrosive Haze instead of Amplify Damage. They were very boring before. I'd like that. They have become more poetic, haven't they?
Yeah, Amplify Damage was so bad that everyone just called it ulti.
Just ult them. Just ult them. Man. The bans. Tidehunter. Big team fight ulti gone now. Would have been a nice aura carrier for the Pango as well. And what do you ban here in the fifth spot from the Pango? Anything in particular you want to aim at? Monkey King maybe?
Maybe Doom. I've seen Doom's being great counter to a Lifestealer, but you need to have a good catch because Lifestealer is so speedy. You can't just Doom him and expect him to die because you need someone to control the Lifestealer.
Dire team pick.
Monkey King, good call, Gary.
I get one, right? That's my.
You get the top one. This is this counts as predicting like 3 picks.
Oh, nice. I love that. Ooh, a Jakiro. Oh, this push from the Pango from 2 supports. I always love to see it when your supports can split push or hit towers. And without much threat otherwise. And out comes the Pango for EPG. We saw Baranya have a decent game with it earlier on. Was it the game they lost, though? Like, he had a decent game, but...
On Pango?
Yeah, was it... Did they lose the Pango
game?
They
won that one. They managed to come back.
Ah, yeah, it was game 1, wasn't it? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That was the game against the Enigma Tide. In comes the Kunkka for Pango now, likely the Kuman hero mid. So they've got everything apart from their position 3, it looks like. And with Ghostic on the cards, I'm looking for something like, a Clockwork or some kind of hard initiator to get into the fight.
They could get a hero for 1 versus 1 scenario and just run a tri-lane with Lifestealer, Shadow Shaman, and Jakiro. It's extremely strong. Like, they should care about Timbersaw. Like, if they want to get a solo hero that dominates the lane. Timbersaw is the guy.
Dire team ban.
Darkseer for Mitch. Yeah, again,
I don't like this.
limited combo again, isn't it?
Yeah, no combo whatsoever. I mean, you can try to use it in Elder Titan Stomp, but it's so hard to execute. I mean, you don't pick Darkseer just because of the combo. You pick him for Surge. You have a good target to Iron Shell, both
10
Pango
seconds
and
remaining.
Phantom Assassin.
Radiant team ban.
They ban Oracle themselves.
Uh,
Oh, maybe they thought they were picking. Just kidding.
oh, that's an interesting one, though, isn't it? What's Oracle? What does Oracle do well against other than Darkseer? Omni
I
Knight?
don't know.
10 seconds remaining.
Are they going to pick Omni now?
Radiant team pick.
Batrider ban. EPG need a position 5. What's DNZ's hero here? Lich is out
They
there
could grab
potentially.
Bane as well. Something that
Oh, yeah.
can hold Lifestealer. There's not too many position 5 heroes who can control Lifestealer during the rage.
So Bane for EPG. I think it's Omni for the Pango, honestly, with that
10
Oracle
seconds
ban.
remaining.
I'm calling it now.
Alright,
5
Gary, I'm not
seconds remaining.
doubting you ever again.
What do you think it is? Because honestly, just like Oracle ban, why? It's a strange one for me. Well, EPG taking their sweet time. DNZ picking his hero last. The captain's privilege. What else is good here? No Jakiro, no Shadow Shaman.
They could
no
get Winter
Oracle,
Viper,
Cosmo.
maybe.
Yeah. What's happened to
He's
Crystal
good against
Maiden
Lifestealer.
this evening? We saw so much Crystal Maiden through Katowice, and we've not seen any CM tonight at all.
Well, there's a huge difference between tier 1 teams and tier 2.5 teams. I'm not gonna call the Pango's tier 2 team for sure.
Deep, deep, deep into reserve time.
Dire team
And
pick.
here comes the Warlock. Now they have somewhat of a combo. ET, Darkseer, Warlock, Fatal Bonds with the Pango and the PA damage. It doesn't look that bad anymore. As the Ember Spirit. Oh, the Ember Spirit. The third hero that doesn't like Oracle. That doesn't mean Ghost Stick will be on the Kunkka,
A lot
though.
of sense. They have 0 ways to deal with this Ember Spirit. Whenever there's a free Timbersaw game, free Ember Spirit game, it's most of the time it ends up that way, just being a free win for the team who picked it.
Yeah, it used to be like heroes like Storm Spirit, but Ember has really taken the reins in that regard. So Kuman on the Ember will be playing in that mid lane against the Pango. EPG, they are pretty much all in on this teamfight wombo combo in the mid game to try and create space for Swift Ending to farm. And honestly, if Swift Ending goes Midas Deso again, I don't see them winning this game.
It's gonna be tough with this kind of a lineup that they have. They have an extremely good combo now with the Warlock, but the question is, can they pull it off? It's gonna be tough since you have Ember Spirit, who's gonna cut into the back lines. You have Lifestealer, who really doesn't care about what you're actually doing besides Warlock Rock. Once he gets that Midas Radiance up, and their team fight is so good. If they get hit by buff from Coco's Drum, I don't see them losing the team fight.
Yeah, even just trying to come out of the lanes. The way that Pango can set these up doesn't feel like EPG can get much of a foothold. But we'll see how they do. Game 2 here in this best of 3. ESL One Mumbai 2019 European and CIS qualifiers. Away we go as the Pango 1-0 ahead. Moving out to the lanes. Slayer on the Jakiro, Zayat the Shadow Shaman, Gostic on the Kunkka, with Kuman Ember and Naive the Lifestealer. Over on the Radiant side, LeBron ET with Boots first heads up top with Mitch's Darkseer. Barania Pango in towards mid. And then DNZ with Swift Ending, the Warlock and the PA. Bottom lane buddies. As they draw a long line across the middle of the map.
Look at the build on Zayats. Most of the time, Shadow Shamans who are playing position by boot and pack of tangos. Now, Fairy Fire, 6 tangos, Clarity, and budget boots. Plus a branch on top of it.
Budget boots.
Like, this guy did the math before he started buying. 0 gold left.
0 gold. Perfect efficiency. And I guess when you're against a Warlock, you're battling against the sustain of Shadow Word. Having this additional regen is super handy just to keep yourself in the lane, right?
Otherwise, Warlock would just zone you out.
It looks like the Pango is setting up to try and take at least 3 of the runes here. EPG clocking onto this, though. Bringing Elder Titan down bottom. DNZ and Swift Ending. Shifting towards Ghostic as he dances away with his nice little jig. But Zayats should be able to grab up at least the northern one, unless LeBron's faster at clicking. But nah, Zayats takes it up. Mitch will wander himself away with a sneaky bounty rune grab of himself, so 2 for 2 across the board.
Yeah, they don't have too much kill potential on this Darkseer, but Lifestealer does so well in the laning stage against Darkseer. He doesn't get harassed that much because he gets healed, and the Mitch already in a bad spot.
Yeah, he has double Iron Shell the creep wave, but sitting on half HP. Going to have to burn through some of these tangos very, very early on. And Naive, this Lifestealer, often a very strong hero, along with the likes of, Anti-Mage and the like, dealing with the Darkseer's Iron Shell and the creep waves. Ghostic getting punched out by LeBron, though. Tri-lane down bottom from EPG, proving to be very powerful.
Yeah, it's hard to battle a tri-lane like this against the... Well, I mean, dual lane against the tri-lane. Kanka already forced out of the lane. Zayats will need to try to pull the lane back if possible.
DNC has sentried and will be able to get his pull across, but so will Zayats, like you rightfully mentioned. Drags the wave in. As we look towards mid, 6 and 3, 5 and 2, very even in the CS battle between the Ember and the Pango as they get a disarm with a lucky shot very early on there. Lucky stuff. And LeBron once again, this double damage from the Spirit, proving to be a little bit annoying for Zayats and Ghostic down bottom. It surprised me how well Mitch is doing, even with that early harass. He has stuck in lane, but equally he's burnt through all of his regen, right?
Yeah, he popped 2 mangoes, and Lifestealer, I like the build. He doesn't want to get phase boots most of the time. You want to get it so you can threaten the kill on enemy offlaner, but he really doesn't need it. Like, they're not gonna kill Mitch, even if they do. Oh, Mitch with the huge mistake, he popped the TP.
Oh, did he?
Instead of Mango. Yeah, now he needs to run back to base and run back to a lane. This is huge for the Pango.
Oh no. I mean, he does stay alive, but it's almost like a worse fate than death having to do this. And yeah, the fact that Naive, like you say, not going to get the kill with the phase boots. The Hand of Midas always lets you kill off, one of the Iron Shell creeps just to try and secure the lane for yourself. As Slayer will deny himself to tower. Down bottom, though. They're diving for Zayats. LeBron there with the damage, but the Fairy Fire, and Zayats, very nearly wins out the battle. LeBron does claim first blood, though.
Not sure that's necessarily worth it. He got the first blood. Now he's sitting on 500 gold, but Kanka got solo XP. Bottom lane is not doing well for the Pango anyway. They're just winning the top lane. We didn't discuss the mid. Pangolier doing well as expected.
Just like a farm trade.
Yeah, this hero is insanely good right now.
DNZ down bottom. But yeah, thinking about down bottom, you say it's not necessarily worth it because the Pango not doing well, and any gain they get is a gain they shouldn't have, right? So taking the kill on the Shadow Shaman, okay, it's a nice bonus for the Radiant, but losing your own life, it's a bonus for the Dire, which shouldn't really be going into the hands of the Kunkka, who now has plenty of regen, plenty of stick charges, and even closing in on money for boots. And Zayats gets another pull across. Even stacking the camp there, interestingly enough.
Yeah. Because Jakiro can't really threaten Darkseer in any way. He can try to harass him, but later on he doesn't do anything. And I think he should have swapped the bottom lane so their tri lane is not as bad.
Mitch's Soul Ring is delayed quite significantly, but with him being able to cut the waves, like you say, Slayer is wandering down towards bottom. Maybe they can make something happen with the tri lane down there. Zayats and Ghostic both attempting just to play a little defensively, waiting for that Jakiro to arrive. As Naive, how are we? Couple of 100 gold away from the Hand of Midas recipe. Mid lane continues to be a farm trade until the Pango. Catching with a nice little chains from Kuman. Boranya trades back equally though with a swashbuckle, and now the battle down bottom. Bounty runes are spawning. So Slayer and Zayats looking to really hard contest with the shackles and the torrent. They will maneuver themselves into position here, but LeBron hits hard. Zayats one more hit and he'll drop. The shrine is available, but he's not going to give it a pop. He turns with the shackles now. But Swift Ending arriving. It should be the end of the Shadow Shaman and these fatal bonds, bouncing the damage around, causing issues for the Pango.
I don't think that was worth it for EPG. They rotated 3 heroes, got a kill on Shadow Shaman. Meanwhile, there's a lot of XP on the bottom lane. Mid lane.
Oh, Kuman. How many bonded targets? Just a couple of melee creeps. So he should be okay. Silence onto the Shadow Shaman stops any aggression coming. And Mitch did get both Bounty Runes top, so he's finished off his Soul Ring. Might be able to afford a bottle if he wants to in the next minute or two. As I've missed a kill down bottom, of course. Ghostic dived by the PA and the ET. And it's a Hand of Midas queued by Swift Ending Lacoste.
What did you say about it? Just repeat for viewers who are not listening to you.
I don't think the Phantom Assassin should go Midas in this kind of game. It's gonna... It's potentially gonna get run over by the Pango.
I don't think Pango's looking into lineup to finish this real quickly. They have good mid game, extremely good late game. Their lanes are okay so far. Pretty even game. Ember Spirit is level 6. If he grabs a good rune, he can easily gank the side lane. When I say side lane, I mean the entire bottom lane, because ganking Darkseer is not gonna do that much. Lifestealer with the freshly bought Midas is gonna be level 7. Has Armlet queued up. Interesting.
Well, that's gonna be a little quicker paced than the Radiance build, isn't it? And Ember Spirit aiming for phase boots. We'll see where he heads into. Potentially Ember is the one who wants to go Maelstrom Raddy. But we'll see what they aim for as Ghostic down bottom, forced to pop the stick. Here comes Zayats though with a nice shackles. Turnaround here. The Pango have baited the ET in. Swift Ending jumps, aiming for Ghostic, but the Phantom Assassin lacks the damage with an X and a stick charge. There's the Pango arriving just in time, but so does Kuman. Remnanting forward, has the chains onto the creeps. Unfortunately for him, he doesn't catch the PA. Another Remnant maybe will grab her, and there's the Sleight of Fist to seal the deal. With Boranya claiming another life of his own, Slayer falls flat, but Kuman chasing. LeBron arrives. Another stomp, but it doesn't connect. And Boranya here, with a disarm onto Ember, has bought himself just enough time to keep Kuman away from any further additional aggression.
I mean, one way they can siege with this Lifestealer Shadow Shaman.
Oh, Boranya.
Hero.
There's a DD rune here for Kuman. Okay, never mind. Continue.
Yeah. If Lifestealer gets all these items, Armlet, S and Y, he's gonna need MKB. You must build MKB against Phantom Assassin.
They do grab the
lane, Gary.
A double damage rune on Kuman though. He doesn't have mana for Remnants to jump forward. Try and focus down LeBron, but the control is lacking right now for the Pango. They've got no mana. They don't really have the sustain to charge forward either. So Boranya will escape with his life. Awkward little fight down bottom around the rune spots.
And Slayer was having a really good time on mid. The question is, do you want to give this guy boots of speed pre 10-minute mark?
Wouldn't dare. If you give that guy boots, he just controls the game. Cannot be permitted. And there's the Hand of Midas on the PA. Into phase boots, and then I guess the Desolator again as she did previously. Oh, whoopsie. That's a T-Tors. Mitch just walked into the middle of 3. I saw Slayer walking top, but I didn't see Zayats arriving, and neither did Mitch.
I still feel like Radiant's build is better in this game, even though you're playing against Darkseer and his wall, so he could get the illusion of Lifestealer. Kunkka is underleveled. Kunkka's level 5 right now.
Yeah, struggle city for Ghost Stick, isn't it? 10-minute runes are spawning in about 20 seconds. Pango bringing 3 heroes down bottom to contest them. EPG are babysitting this swift ending PA so very well. And then you've got the Pango, 51 and 8, Baranio. No deaths, 102 net worth. Looking pretty good for the Radiant team, honestly. But we'll keep our eyes on the bounties. LeBron's walked into the shackles, the dual breath. Swift ending, gathers up the rune, easy peasy. Ghost Stick, he's got himself an X in the torrent towards LeBron, but still no boat. As you mentioned, this underleveled Kunkka doesn't really have the teamfight contribution they need, but the Kuman Ember potentially does. In onto DNZ, sick Ice Path from the Slayer, and the dual breath to follow on, Shackles to catch, and a couple of quick and easy kills. Now Pango swing into action real strong.
Pangolier was hesitating to use his ulti. Lifestealer's actually going for that armlet build. I guess they want to have a faster paced game where they can pressure EPG. They know that this Phantom Assassin needs more time to come online. Pangos has Javelin, so he's ready to fight.
And you've got to know after game 1 that EPG are up against the ropes right now, right? Maybe demoralized a little bit in the manner in which they lost.
Shaman's rotating. Serpent Wards, he's low on mana.
Yeah, he does have the shackles and the help from Naive. Down bottom, they're making a play and they're looking for swift ending. He's going to jump away. Mitch looks like he's escaping, though. With the surge out, they kill the Phantom Assassin down bottom. I tried to catch both. But EPG getting slammed in every single lane. Barani is the only one able to really do anything mid, get a bit of farm. But they're losing tier 1s, they're losing map control, and the pressure is mounting very quickly.
Shadow Shaman didn't even use Serpent Wards, and they got tier 1 tower. So he can easily rotate to mid, drop them, and this tower is pretty much secured.
And then Jakiro with Kunkka can maybe push bottom lane. Slayer takes out a couple of creep camps with his freshly leveled up macro part. Hits level 6 and gets some creeps. Barania looking for top rune. It is a haste down bottom. Kuman will very gladly go and take that himself. And the lane swaps begin. EPG sends Swift Ending top with his Hand of Midas. Yet again going to Desolator. Look, but Naive, this Lifestealer does not give a damn. Just farming top lane miles away from any TP place the teammates can come to. Because he doesn't feel like EPG can kill him.
They can't kill him. He's almost level 11 mid lane.
Again, the Ice Path. Really nicely done. They've slapped up Kuman's Ember here, and he's going to Remnant up to the high ground again, so Barania's Rolling Thunder not going to accomplish a whole lot. Slayer's already retreated and escaped away from danger. EPG wasting a few spells, maybe even wasting their lives. Mitch has Surge, has Stick, has a Buckler, but the boat will land straight on his head. The Warlock drops the rock with the Fatal Bonds going. There's a Remnant out, and Slayer might just be the only casualty of war, as the nice little swashbuckle with one more touch will do the trick. That's well worth it, though.
Not worth it. No. You used rock, Pango used ulti before, so they can't really fight. They might want to pressure this mid tower, but it's not gonna be easy. Meanwhile, Lifestealer's having time of his life on the top lane, has that armlet, phase boots, Hand of Midas, is building towards S and Y just to tank it up. And the Shadow Shaman on bottom managed to bring down the tier 1 tower. They're gonna feed away 100 extra gold from the rock.
And as a Lifestealer,
Dwayne Johnson.
As a Lifestealer, as soon as you see that the Chaotic Offering's used, there is literally nothing to stop your Rage TP.
Yeah.
That Warlock ulti is the only thing to catch him. So he just, like you say, continues pushing. That tier 2, under 600 HP now, just with the Lifestealer sitting in lane. It's given Ghostic a nice amount of time to catch up. Get a few levels under his belt. As LeBron takes the DD rune under the nose of Kuman. Quick disarm from Baranya's lucky shot will keep the ET in fighting shape. But some nice juicy stacks here for Ghostic as well. Back into the jungle he goes. Level 8 has been cracked. Drums and phase boots up for him. All of a sudden he's a hero.
Man, Lifestealer is just sitting on the top lane for the past 14 minutes, pressuring those towers, and this is a guaranteed tower kill for him.
I'm surprised he hasn't bought a casual Blightstone, but I guess he's not had the courier really come out to him apart from the armlet. Baranya. Silence into Rolling Thunder, but a nice juke from Naive. Rage TP. And there's no way of catching him. He's out of there. While bottom lane, they are aiming in for Mitch's Darkseer. Waiting for the surge. Perfect timing on the shackles from Zayats. Allows Kuman and Ghostic to arrive right on time. Like a German train. Well, they are never late.
Oh man, German trains are really on point. Not as accurate as Japanese trains, but
that's true.
Probably the second best one.
That's very true. I always forget that. I always forget about that. It's just like ingrained in me as an English person, you know, German trains on time, but there was an article released not long ago that the Japanese trains are, like, literally spot on. Mid lane now for the Pango. Easy tier 1 with the catapult wave. And EPG, 7 seconds for Chaotic Offering. Level 2, Fatal Bonds. But with Swashbuckle wasted, the Pangolier is, well, he's dead. Let's not beat around the bush here. He's gone. DNZ might be following him to the grave with another chains. Kuman catches, kills, and slays. As EPG are starting to lose steam.
EPG is running out of options. They look pretty lost on the map. What they need to do is just this Phantom Assassin who's farming. Rest of the team is just feeding.
And Lifestealer has a full Sanj coming out to him, working on the S and Y. Ghostic tried a blind torrent, and he's looking for the X mark onto Swift Ending, who's now trapped in the trees. Here's the X, and there's the boat. Swift Ending has no blur, no chance, no life. And oh dear.
He stayed there for way too long. Like, I don't see any big items coming on EPG side besides that Deso. Mech is finished on Darkseer. Both Elder Titan and Warlock kinda under level. This is what I don't like to see. You're not having a good time with Warlock. You're maxing out your Shadow Word. Like, you need to max out Fatal Bonds. 2 points in Shadow Word. More than enough.
Yeah.
Then you need to max out your other skills.
Fully agree. Pango does have his Maelstrom. He's queued up Yule Scepter though, not the Guardian Greaves straight after. We'll see what he gets up to with that. As Mitch. Oh, that's why. Mitch is going the Greaves. I hadn't seen Darkseer heading into that itemization. But they've caught Baranya again. Really nice observer ward over on the ramp. And they drop the rock onto the two of them as the boat connects with a Macropire burning. Baranya surviving, but there's a lot of expenditure here from the Radiant side just to catch a Jakiro support. It's a kill, yes. But the amount they spend on it is significant. They're losing tier 2 mid, at least a lot of damage onto it. And they've wasted Warlock ulti.
Yeah, that's not a good trade. Another Warlock ulti wasted. They didn't manage to grab a tower after they get the kill.
Tier 2 mid down to 30% health. And Lifestealer, full S&Y done in not too long. Ember Spirit up to his full Yule Scepter now as well, with Kuman having drums already. And this map is getting smaller and smaller for the Radiant team. Their tier 1s have all gone, tier 2s are dropping, the jungle camps that they can safely farm being removed by Ghostic. Look, he's just farming aggressively to really stop any chance of comeback here, and with a quick Ice Path, Slayer's been on point, the combo's there, and the PA's not. Naive is also going to take down Baranya, a solo... wait,
solo kill?
Huh?
Pango?
How?
I was watching mid.
Same.
This should not happen. Shadow Shaman has wards ready in 50 seconds. This is a free tier 2 tower for them. SNY on dealer. He has
is under
2600 HP when Armlet is on, and 250 damage.
And they're pinching all the lanes. Kuman's cutting top, Jakiro's shoving mid. They're on the tier 3s, mid and bottom with creep waves. I'm a little bit sad that Zayat has TP'd top to defend though. I guess in their Discord or TeamSpeak, they're probably saying, hey, don't let EPG take a single tower. They're not allowed. Go back and defend any way you can.
Yeah, I messaged you after this game, told you that EPG is gonna fall apart in second game, and this is what's happening because it gets into their heads after the loss in game number 1. After they had everything under control, they just needed to close out this game, and the huge throw that suddenly appeared.
They are demoralized, but maybe now Baranya with a good rolling thunder coming into play with the Kunkka, but naive, focusing LeBron. A surge away will keep him up and running. Kuman into the back as the Pango's ulti is ended, and a shackles onto Baranya will clear him up. A vacuum wall looks good, but it's not going to do a damn thing. The Dire team aren't losing any heroes here. They've sustained through it all. The Remnant back and forth. A double kill for Naive, and make it a triple. Zayat has fallen. Wait, how did Mitch get the kill?
Oh, he was chasing him with 2 illusions. He hexed one died immediately, then he tried to man up and fight it. Didn't have enough damage to get the ether shot.
Oh no. A 5-man team wipe. I'm sorry for not hyping it up, but this game, it's been a long time coming. The Pango have just been cruising to victory. It's been a foregone conclusion. And I think EPG have been outclassed here in game 2. You said it not a minute ago that they're demoralized, they've fallen apart, crumbled here in game 2 after a very good start in game 1. It really did swing the wrong way for them. They'll try and combo out the Pangolier here. On boat connecting onto Baranya. Naive, not able to finish him off thanks to the surge from Mitch. As the Chaotic Offering does chase the Lifestealer. This is EPG not calling it yet, but an infest into the creeps. Lifestealer seems reasonably safe until he jumps out again. The armor toggles. Oh god, no. Naive, you can't do this to them. The torrent will connect. He's been saved, but the dagger will fly through, and Swift Ending finally removes his streak.
Oh, that's a huge chunk of gold for Swift Ending. They only killed the tier 3 tower, dealt some damage to melee Raxes.
But they still have to deal with Kuman. Ice Path doesn't land. The Pango. The Remnant dodge doesn't work either. I don't know what's happening here with the Ember Spirit, but he is going to be able to get away from danger, even through the back of the wall. And with an X-Boat onto Mitch, the Ice Path to follow through, catching onto 3. The Pango dances through it, but still gets frozen. And a long-range shackles from Zayat. And a big hit comes from the PA with an upheaval slowing down the Ember Spirit as well. But I think Kuman's got more than enough ability here to be able to get away. Maybe not. LeBron has big punches. The Fatal Bond's going to work, and the X-Torrent is a little too late. EPG are fighting back. Baranya is being chased out by Kunkka.
It feels like people tend to throw games for unknown reason.
Like 20.
I mean, it's still 14,000 net worth lead, but Pango dealing a lot of damage, and the Phantom Assassin is level 14. Deso ready. Sadly for them, Elder Titan was the one who got the last hit on that Ember Spirit. Ideally, it would be Phantom Assassin.
Well, Roshan's up now. I think the Pango have clocked that this game is throwable. And yeah, we're seeing a lot of, 20, 21 minutes in. One team fight to win them all. One team fight to swing the game. Not quite a swing there for EPG, but a sign of potentially good things to come. As they've finished the Deso on Swift Ending's Phantom Assassin. Baranya, what have we got? Vanguard into Basher. So he skipped over the Yules. As Darkseer pretty much has Greaves completed. But Ghostic has a catch. Zayat has the continuation. Not quite enough damage from the Slayer, though, even with this Macropire going, and they get the silence to stop the shackles. But Naive arriving makes short work of LeBron. DNZ's cleared up to the southern side by the Ember, and he's not done. Yule's up onto the PA. The chains to continue forward. He's just standing there and watching, waiting for the Ice Path, baiting and playing, toying with Swift Ending. 4 heroes down, and who's left standing? There's Baranya's poor little Pango.
Oh, these illusions are dealing a lot of damage, but it feels like Pango just realized that they need to play this series until the game is done.
Dire's top tower is under
There's the
attack.
full lane of middle barracks gone. They could swing down to
Radiant's middle
bottom.
barracks has fallen.
Pangolier will look to clear out the wave there. And with a double damage rune down at the bot spot, Roshan is still an available objective here for the Pango. As they'll clear up the northern shrine to delay any kind of contest that EPG potentially want to put into the pit. Not to take anything away from EPG, they still have this big combo to play around with. 35 seconds for wall, but it's mainly the Fatal Bonds and Chaotic Offering with a Vacuum, with the ET, Stomp. No splitter, 20 seconds off of it. This is a little awkward, but the Pango are giving them time. They aren't going into the Roshan pit just yet.
They need to make something happen right now. They need a big team fight, but positioning from the Pango is just too good right now.
Perfect high ground spot to hold. Serpent Ward's thrown into the river now. And DNZ feels forced to throw the Chaotic Offering in just before he dies. They will get a grab though. Zayat's drops. The naive lifesteal is going to work. And Kuman on the northwestern side. Well, they get the Jakiro. Borania and Swift ending, but here he comes. Kuman's ready to fight with an X and a Torrent. They've taken down Mitch. Yule's up. On the Ember. Doesn't do a damn thing. As he slights and slays, and a triple kill for the Ember Spirit. Might be an Ultra in a second, as Swift Ending's trying to find a hole, a place to hide in the trees, and TP succeeds and gets home. Safe and sound, but the rest of his team, when they were brought to their knees. Roshan yet again, open and available here for the Pango.
The Pango is reading them too well, what they plan to do. Vision on the high ground. It's what wins you a team fight. Now they can go into Roche Pit and try to finish this Roche. Lifestealer level 20. Has extra evasion talent against Phantom Assassin. All he needs is a MKB right now just so that he can right click her down.
What else do we have? Ether Lens Blink on Zayat. Ember, about 1,000 gold or 1,400 away from that full Shiva's Guard. Crimson Vlad's drums on the Kunkka, big, bad, and tanky with plenty of auras, Ghostic. Even Jakiro has a Ghost Scepter. Slayer has an item. Would you believe it? He's purchased
something. He had Boots of Travel in the previous game.
He sure did. LeBron's trying to make a BKB, but a couple of 100 gold away from it. Mitch does have the Greaves, trying to play into Vlad's. Oh, that BKB of the P8. Just go sell your Quelling Blade. Swift Ending, go sell your Quelling Blade. Get your BKB ready. They're going to roll in. Surely this fight isn't what they want to do. They're making a play without the Swift Ending BKB. Borania rolls in and out. He's delayed the push. And he will scare this Lifestealer a little bit. But he's got Rage and he's got the aggressive maneuver forward into the base. Swift Ending not quite caught by the Ice Path. Nice jump back with the Phantom Strike. But they move on to Mitch instead. Raging up, torrenting and boating. Mitch is caught and down he goes. Dead for 45 and that's your Aura Carrier gone.
It's only one Aura. And this is your Rags gone. This is the second set of Rags they need to move to a bottom lane and end the game. BKB on P8.
She doesn't even get a chance to use it. Dead for 50 seconds with no buyback, and there's GG. EPG will drop to the lower bracket. The Pango will move to the grand final. The best of 5 with a 1-game advantage awaits them as they defeat Elements Pro Gaming 2-0 in very convincing fashion.
Yeah, EPG looked extremely good in the first game, looked a bit shaky the first series of the day, but in this one they were out of steam. They were out of ideas how to play this one, how to play from behind. Pango were the ones controlling this this whole fight. Warlock as a last pick didn't really work out because you have, I'm not gonna say zero, but you have 0 ways to control the Lifestealer during the rage. Like this Lifestealer could do whatever he wanted after the laning stage, and this item choice is still viable. You can drop the rock on him, but if he lives, we didn't see a full combo from EPG. They lost the lanes, and rotations were not as good.
And much better from the Pango, looking like the crisper, the better, a more classy team. But there we have it, that's it for tonight. Tomorrow we return again with our lower bracket match between EPG and the winner of Mahoney Squad and Team Jekic, whatever it may be. And then, of course, the grand final in a couple of days, the best of 5, as it will close down the stream. But don't forget, ESL_Join Dota Red continues with the NA qualifiers for ESL One Mumbai. From myself and the Cost, good night. See you guys tomorrow. And hopefully you've enjoyed the Dota 2. It's been fun. It's been a lot of fun. See you guys then.